And I'm live back on that bullshit. But I was sitting down there talking to my barber, and I was telling her about the skit I made, about Jim Carrey and how he's talking about, strong nations don't allow kids to be kidnapped, blah, blah, blah. And he, yeah, how he would have to know about it, seeing how he's in a organization and up there with enough wealth that he pretty much knows everything. He thought, they all made their little skits about the Diddy party and all that. So that right there clues you in on, even in their comedy, they talked about it, that they knew. And she's like, "Do you really think so?" But I had to connect the dots for her, and she's still in disbelief because most people are programmed that unless you get, they get caught for it, they're not guilty of it, or and that's the same thing with religion. How religion hangs in there is people don't want to throw it away because they can keep their sin in it, and they think they can be forgiven for it, And it's the same naivety. But she didn't, and then she's like, "You really think so?" Yeah, because it's the same organization. Their whole organization, all the movie industry, made films around this stuff, pointed it out, and you telling me that they didn't know, that they didn't take part in it, they didn't stay quiet so that they can get the next movie that they wanted, that if they talked against it, that they would be blacklisted. And there's, there is actors that got blacklisted. Why do you think they did? They talked openly about Diddy party, and there's plenty of skits in there about Epstein and, about heinous crap going on and Full House. And you're telling me that he set himself apart? You set yourself apart by reporting everything, abandoning the culture in which does that, and march a hard line against it. If you don't, you're part of it. And that's the way it goes. But she couldn't connect them dots. And most of us are like that. I was like that for a long time. I was like that for a really long time. Till it hit me that, the only innocent ones here are us, the poor people, the people that did not know, the people that weren't privy enough or had enough money or didn't have enough talent for them to prey on to bring them into the fold. And that's the way it works, And that's why we have to stay away from all of it. Wealth is an abomination. It's right there in your face. They corrupt you and everything around you, and you'll think, unless it's, because you're not them people. You're not that heinous. You're not that evil. So you don't think like that. But it is exactly like that. They keep you with Full House. They feed you programs to where you're supposed to be like this and you're supposed to think good and be good, but they're totally breaking the rules on everything and then leaving you with the bag, and you're the one defending them when they wouldn't cross the street to defend you. They'll steal your kids. They'll molest them. They'll eat them. Toodles.